Hey guys, it's Ray with Southeast Drone Works, and today we're going to talk a little bit about using a drone in your business, who needs a drone in your business, and what's really going to be the best drone to get for your home services company. Now, one of the things I've noticed about a lot of videos is they get really technical and they start talking about the shutter speeds and the megapixels and the field of view and the focal points of the drone camera work. Not really trying to do that because I'm not a super technical guy. I just need to know that the product's going to work for what I'm doing, and I'm not a professional photographer. I just need my drone to fly. So I wanted to talk to you today in more of a simple term about what's the basic things we need to get in a drone, what's my choice for a simple drone to get, and some of the things we need to talk about. Now, first and foremost, something you need to do if you're going to use your drone in your company. If you're using your drone commercially, that doesn't mean if you're just going to sell pictures or sell movies, but if you're using it in your company, you need to have a Part 107 license. The Part 107 license by the FAA is not that tough to get. I went and sat for the exam several years ago. I missed it by one question. I went in there cold. I had some private pilot experience and some beginning casework years ago. I'm thinking, yeah, I got this, not a problem. But really just from memory recall, I almost passed the test. Second time I went and took the test, I actually studied. I got one of the internet study courses on there that was really great to deal with. I wound up passing that course in the high 80s on there. So it was not a tough license to get whatsoever. But again, if you're going to go and use your drone in a commercial setting, you need to get that license. I was actually just reading an article in Forbes magazine where they're talking about you can't even really use the excuse of, oh, well, I hired somebody, because they could actually subpoena your business records to say, hey, who did you hire? We're going to need to see that. And they can wind up fining the business that hired an unlicensed person as well as the pilot themselves. So that's from an article in Forbes magazine. So real interesting there. You can't really use excuse. Oh, well, I gave a guy, he showed me his license and I handed him $50. Don't do that. Just go ahead and get the license. It's really not that expensive, and it's an extra little bit of insurance you can give to your world so you can avoid these fines. A lot of people say, well, how are they ever going to know, what happens? How do they ever know whenever that I am flying a drone? Well, all of these newer modern drones, all of them are equipped with something called remote ID. They can see your drone out there. It's a federal law. They're IDable by the powers that be out there. The other thing I want to show you too is, like, if you ever have a problem, understand if you're using your drone, a problem comes on very suddenly. Let me show you this video from my most recent flyaway that I had. I'm up inspecting the roof of this hospital. And here I am, same flight path that I took the day before, same atmospheric conditions, 24 hours different, drone is gone. All of a sudden, I lost control, could not reestablish control, and my drone went wonky, went weird, fell out of the sky. I did not have a chance to react. I never gained control. It fell several hundred yards away. I actually did a video on dealing with DJI customer service. Feel free to check that out on our channel here. By the way, while you're at it, like and subscribe to our channel. We're going to keep giving a lot of great information about drones. And reading at that same Forbes article, I'm going to read you a couple of things like, well, how did the FAA find the person? Well, when we dug through the pages of reading, one common theme stood out. The drone was physically obtained. So the FAA had the drone on there. And here's some of the language from the FAA documents. The flight referenced above ended when the UAS crashed into the Space Needle, Seattle, near the persons working on top of the structure near the fireworks they were installing. Here's another. The flight ended when the UAS crashed into the residential apartment located on ... The UAS shattered the apartment window, causing glass to land on the occupant of the apartment as well as the inside of the apartment. The flight ended when the UAS crashed into the building. Ended when the UAS crashed into a large tree located on a residential property, where it thereafter struck a car belonging to another. So again, just as you saw from this video that we played for you, when a problem happens, the problems happen very immediately. Now, in these cases that I just read to you, the operator wasn't able to recover their drone. Actually, somebody where they were filing the report wound up having it. So they knew what it was. I was able to recover my drone. And again, it's not illegal to lose a drone. It's not illegal to cause damage. Damage has to be reported. But again, I'm getting into the minutia. I'm really just trying to explain to you why you need that Part 107 license. Get it if you're going to use a drone in your business. And I'll tell you this too. Using a drone in your business will change your life. It will open up a whole new realm of possibilities. It will make your before and after pictures just absolutely come to life. It will allow you to get up and inspect safety access points. It'll allow you to find water leakages. There's a ton of things that you can do with this drone, especially in a pressure washing company. But other companies as well, as far as inspections, taking a look around, not having to lug a ladder around with you. Lot of positive benefits right there for using a drone. So what are some of the things you're going to use the drone for? Like on this roof, we're looking and able to show the customer from a different angle how dirty it is. We're also now alerted that there's a large patch behind that chimney. Just your photography on drone showing the project you're working on, having to figure out access, and for that all important before and after shot that really helps to complete that portfolio of your work. So important to do. Other things that we're looking at doing, oftentimes whenever we're working with our wash drone, we'll actually be flying a secondary drone in that area to see what the drone operator is seeing themselves, giving a different perspective on there, because the camera on the wash drone itself sometimes isn't that great. So having extra eyes in the skies help. Again, inspection purposes. We didn't have to bring a lift out for this building. We flew our small drone. We were able to see the areas that we needed to hit on this roof. We were able to get some amazing action shots using a secondary camera drone. And then also the before and afters were just absolute things of beauty on this project. So on this project, about 3 stories in the air, we actually had a failing caulk line. We were getting some water in this building, and from the ground level, you couldn't tell. Also, it's not accessible from that 2nd or 3rd story on there. So we put the drone up. We realized this caulk was failing. We were able to identify the problem, go in, rectify the problem with only 1 lift rental, not 2 different lift rentals. So it saved the customer a substantial amount of money. We can also verify with the property managers that we have correctly cleaned these buildings. Like on here, we're looking for wasp nests and dirt daubers. On this roof, we cleaned part of this roof with our wash drone. We cleaned part of this roof also from the tie-offs. We used our drone to verify the condition of the tie-offs before we ever got there. And again, the before and after pictures. One of the best things you could do with your drone is to capture amazing before and after photographs, whatever kind of work that you do. And this is really going to help kick off your website, really help market your business out there. So we love a drone for the before and after pictures.